There's no altering his position that if those Germans who reside in Austria wish to join Germany, that is their privilege. And the same, of course, applies to the Sudeten Germans in Czechoslovakia.
So far, every one of his demands has concerned Germans exclusively. He can't be accused of worse than that.
If his intent is, we cannot very well object. Besides, war wins nothing. In modern war, there are no victors.
I'm behind you all the way down the line, Mr. Chamberlain. Peace at any price.
Alert, observant, a merry girl who enjoys the particular attentions of such beaux as William Douglas Hugh.
Oh, who's this?
Prince Frederick of Prussia. The Earl of Chichester. Her fellow American, David Rockefeller.
Oh, now, isn't that...
It's no wonder that the enchanting Miss Kennedy has become the most exciting debutante of 1938. Now, isn't that the grandest thing you've heard in a month of Sundays?
Shows you what a really good press agent can do for you.
Oh, get away, you devil.
All this starts going to a head, there'll be no living with it.
With who? Who?
The most exciting debutante of 1938.
Who's that?
Have a read of this, you won't be disappointed.
Is it about the party?
It's got a brief mention. Maybe like your dress.
Yeah, pull the other one. It's got bells.
See that? She's going native on us already. Pretty soon we'll need a translator just to have a conversation with her. With who? With who?
Golly, isn't this terrific?
What's going on? I just come in. It's in the papers this morning about you having been detained last night by the Bobbies in Bayswater on charges of indecent behavior with a young lady of dubious reputation.
No. Well, don't worry, Dad will fix it.
Oh, you're mad as hatters, both of you.
Besides, I told them that my name is Fitzgerald.
Holy Moses, the most exciting debutante of 1938. Good morning, all. Morning.
Is there any mention there of the most exciting mother of a debutante of 1938?
Oh. Now you're talking.
Now, whom are we talking about?
Whom? Who need haircuts?
I got one 5-6 weeks ago.
You're not going to Buckingham Palace looking like a ragamuffin, my lad. I hope you've eaten some breakfast. You're thin as a rail.
I had breakfast in bed. My father's the ambassador. Say, I wish I could find something wrong with you, but I can't. You're perfect.
Don't try to work your charms on me, young man.
Never say die.
Jack.
Never say die.
The news on page 1's not as pleasing as the society columns.
I should like to ask you all if you know of any dispute or controversy existing in the world which is worth the life of your son or of anyone else's son. For the life of me, I cannot see anything involved which could be remotely considered worth shedding blood for. Whether our counsel and our aid will be accepted by men already immersed in the heat of quarrel, we cannot tell. We can only hope that reason will carry the day. For we shall have to stand for judgment before our children and their children for the manner in which we regulate the world's affairs just now. Well, what do you think?
I would have to go along with Roosevelt on that one, Dad. I think he's right to kill that particular
It
paragraph.
does sound a little as though you're ready and willing to throw the checks to the wolves, Dad. Or the wolf.
That's the bunk. You're missing the point, kiddo. Think FDR gives a hoot in hell about the checks? What's giving him the sweats is what England will do if Hitler does invade Czechoslovakia and England goes to war with Germany.
Does he throw the U.S. into the fray in defense of our English cousins? Or does he wait for the day when the Luftwaffe takes off from London Airport en route to New York City? Bear in mind, this is a fellow facing an election year coming up fast.
He's hoping just as hard as I am the Chamberlain will pull a rabbit out of the hat. And if that rabbit is Czechoslovakia and the British feed it to Hitler and keep us all out of the war, the Prime Minister will be a candidate for sainthood.
Yeah.
Of course, he may have to convert first.
Yes, but do you think it will satisfy Adolf's appetite?
Hitler has never claimed to want anything more than self-determination for his own people.
Have you read Mein Kampf?
Jack,
Have you read Mein
Kampf?
Jack, there's no Mein Kampf.
You wrote that 20 years ago in prison. If I was held to account for everything I said 20 years ago, I'd be in prison now. Right, Eddie?
At least under close surveillance.
Hell! I'm not defending the man or the way he runs his country, but it's his country, and his people are behind him 100%. Dictatorships stink. Okay, so we have to hold our noses. You can do a lot of business with the other hand. Believe me, I know. Right, Eddie? No, sir. We have to live together in the same world, whether we like it or not. Light a candle for Chamberlain, boys.
With our other hand.
You need a haircut.
The rate's pretty high among the kings of my acquaintance.
He's very good manners.
Oh, he is. I'm especially fond of his manners.
A kick! Sissy!
Oh, God, I've always wanted to know a girl named Sissy.
Hands off, she's taken.
How about Daisy?
Oh, well, Daisy will do.
We've been looking for you everywhere.
I've just been introducing my brothers to Lizzie and George. Hi, David.
How are you, darling?
Well, here they are as promised, and every bit as reputed to be my big brothers. Sissy Thomas, David Ormsby-Gower, Joe, Jack.
What fun to meet you finally. We've heard so much about
Welcome
you.
to England.
Thank you.
I like your parties.
Oh, well, there'll be plenty of them. You can bank on that.
I guess we should hang around a while.
Having trouble. Hi. Hi. I'm Jack Kennedy.
How do you do?
Oh, I do fine.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, well, it's an American joke. See, I'll explain it to you. Is your name Daisy, by any chance?
Why, no, it's Regina. But you can call me Reggie if you like.
I've always wanted to know a girl named Reggie.
Well, she isn't absolutely certain yet, but she's in a frightful state all the same. You can imagine. Awful enough to have gone on limit with a cad like him, but to come up preggers into the bargain. Oh, what a mess. How very boring of her not to have seen to precautions.
Precautions? Well, that's murder, Sissy.
Hello, Ronnie. Hello.
Sissy, have you ever gone on limit?
What a question. I suppose I need hardly inquire about you in that respect.
Hardly.
Oh, there's Billy. This is someone I've been absolutely dying for you to meet for ages. Billy! Over there with my mother. Yoo-hoo, Billy! His name is William Cavendish. He's the Marquis of Hartington. His father's the Duke of Devonshire. Isn't he scrumptious? Billy! I've heard all about the other night, and we won't speak of it.
You're an angel.
Billy, I'd like you to meet, and I can't imagine why you haven't already, Kathleen Kennedy.
How do you do?
Aren't you the one they call Kick?
The same.